There are 5 reasons specifically why this is the least helpful book on my bookshelf, and that's as a somatic therapist, a private practice owner, and somebody who's been in the mental health field for the last 10 years. And least helpful is me trying really, really hard to not call this thing useless, because that would be really, really disrespectful to the trees that sacrifice their lives for the 940 some odd pages of this to be printed. And stay with me till the end. The most important one is the last one, and it very much applies to how we interact on social media. Point number 1. This was written by the American Psychiatric Association, not the American Psychological Association, the American Psychiatric Association. The purpose of this originally was to help psychiatrists, American psychiatrists, prescribe medication better. Point number 2, as a clinician who bills insurance because I want therapy to be more affordable for my clients, I am required by insurance to diagnose each and every client with at least one disorder out of the DSM that corresponds with a specific CPT code. I have to use those CPT codes to bill insurance. Those CPT codes are conveniently copyrighted by the American Medical Association, and in order to use my electronic health record system to bill insurance, I have to pay the American Medical Association $20 a year for the privilege of using those CPT codes. Point number 3 is that I don't inherently functionally agree with all of these distinct diagnoses. Why? To quote Bessel van der Kolk, if the DSM accounted for trauma, it would be a pamphlet, not a book. Pamphlet, not a 946-page book. Along those lines, point number 4, nothing in here accounts for nervous system dysregulation. And in my training, in my experience, it is my personal opinion that nervous system dysregulation underlies the vast majority of the diagnoses and the DSM. And if it doesn't underlie it, nervous system dysregulation can make it worse. There would still be some, right? There'd be pamphlet, right? And point number 5 has 2 specific features. Point number 1, complex PTSD is nowhere to be found in here. Nowhere to be found. 5B is the fact that under the PTSD diagnosis, there's a very handy little exclusion that says if you are exposed to traumatic content via electronic media, television, movie, or pictures, you cannot qualify for a diagnosis of PTSD unless it is work-related. I would argue that people who are going to experience those types of graphic things at work are going to be more prepared for it because they're going to know what they're getting into. When you're scrolling on here and you see something very graphic and very violent, were you ready for it? Absolutely not. And I'm fairly confident that was done on purpose because in 2025, I don't know many people who aren't at least somewhat burnt out and somewhat traumatized by the content they see on social media. And if we frame it from the lens of nervous system regulation and dysregulation, that wouldn't count. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.